Turnbull. People like to call me the Suicide Jesus. I'm going on 3 years plus wrestling. Yeah. What else do you want me to say? Almost everywhere I go, people jokingly call me Jesus. Obviously the hair, the beard. That, plus my style of wrestling, dangerous, cutthroat, very quick, violent, and not afraid to put my body at risk to get the job done. So put those two together, suicidal wrestler, looks like Jesus, the best nickname, Suicide Jesus. I probably didn't even know it at the time. Instead of watching your regular Sesame Street, Barney, and cartoons, I would cry for my parents to put on wrestling. That's all I wanted to watch. So you can take a look at all my home videos. Normal 2-year-olds are probably crawling around and biting toys and making messes, while I was imitating every wrestler I saw on TV, diving off the couches, doing all the moves to my teddy bear, and my dad said it almost bang on. I was 2 years old and I was a complete wrestling fanatic. All the old guys, the 90s, the Hogans, Ric Flair's, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior. Those were the guys I grew up on. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, I loved all of those guys. One guy always caught my eye. His name's Mick Foley. When I saw him as his character, Cactus Jack, for me as a kid, that was the complete other direction of all the wrestlers that I had seen. I liked imitating the superhero kind of idea, the good guy, bad guy, but watching Mick Foley changed my mind a little bit on what I thought I liked or enjoyed. I started to gravitate more towards him. Yeah, he didn't have the look or the body per se, how everyone, expects the wrestlers to be, but he had an it factor, and it was different from everyone else, and I gradually left the Hogans, the Macho Mans, and I tried to follow everything I could on him. First and foremost, you'll notice right away, are my leopard print boots. Every other wrestler had the same generic style, and this was a big, burly guy who wore leopard print boots. I went out and told myself, whenever I get a pair of boots, my first pair will be leopard print, just like him. I paid tribute to Mick Foley in my style and my idea of how I want to tell my story in wrestling. And for me, I like to follow Mick Foley in the way that wins and losses never really mattered to me. Or to him for that matter. What mattered most was putting on the show. At the end of the match, I want the people to remember what they saw. They don't care if I lost or won, but if they go home and tell their friends about this crazy Suicide Jesus guy that they just saw, then to me, I've done a great job. I got the people talking, I got them to remember, and I just try and go out and make sure that I give the people a great show. The deciding moment for me to take the steps to be a professional wrestler was almost a matter of whatever time I had left. I felt that maybe I started in the business a little too old, but at the same time, you're only as old as you feel. And I really wanted to set a goal for myself that if I didn't start, my training and taking my steps by 25, then this probably wasn't the business for me. If I'm not willing to take these risks now and put in the hard work and effort, then it's not for me. So I set myself a goal. I was 25. I found myself a school. I busted my ass probably harder than anyone I've seen or that I've met. I set the bar high for myself. I had high expectations. And I just didn't want to have any regrets. I knew that I would be in my mid-30s and it would have probably been too late, and I would have been kicking myself saying I should have done it. My first day when I walked in and I saw a wrestling ring in front of me, and I knew that within however many minutes or whenever the time came that, Dru would tell me that I can get into that ring, I was shocked. I was like a little kid. I couldn't believe that, yeah, it was just a training school. I'm not in front of, a big crowd or anything. I was just here to train, probably get my ass kicked, but I felt like I was a kid in a candy store. That ring just set a glow into me. And I wanted to respect the ring. I wanted to respect the sport, the teaching. I wanted to learn, and I wasn't afraid to make the mistakes. I wanted to get the best training, and I knew that that was the place that I was going to get. Training at the torture chamber was not what I expected, but I mean that in a very good way. I've always played multiple sports at the high levels. I played soccer for 20 years, hockey for 15, football for 4, and I was always up there at the top competitive levels. When I came to the chamber, I thought I was ready. I was going to blow through these exercises, and I was ready for it. After that first week, I had never felt anything like that ever in my life. The training was everything that I wanted and that I needed. I missed being worked, being put through all these grueling, exercises and trainings. I missed it. What I liked the most about competitive sports was being in a team, the camaraderie, sharing the same idea of this group, a team who all had the same goal, all wanting to work and strive to be the best. And that's what the school gave me. The trainings were no nonsense, strict, but very rewarding. And I felt that the more I did it, the more I loved it. And it was hard to miss a day.